Oftentimes, we are required to represent our data visually in either a data table or a graph. In this example, we'll investigate distance traveled by an object over time. Given this data table, in which we're measuring time in seconds and the distance traveled in meters, you can see that the object traveled 5 meters in the first 10 seconds. After 20 seconds, the object had traveled 10 meters. After 30 seconds, the object had traveled 15 meters, and so forth. In order to graph this data, we'll need to set up our graph in a very specific way. Conventionally, the independent variable, the known variable, in this case time, is placed on the x-axis, the one at the bottom. The dependent variable, what we're measuring and finding out during our lab experiment, this is placed on the y-axis, going up the left-hand side. So we've placed time, our independent variable, on the x-axis, and our dependent variable, distance traveled, on the y-axis. We can fill in our intervals for the x-axis. I'll make each one of those blocks mean 2 seconds, starting at 0 on the left and going all the way to 50 seconds on the right. For the y-axis, each block will be 1 meter. So we start at 0 meters on the bottom and go all the way up to 25 meters on the top. Our first data set is highlighted in red. We see 10 seconds, and the distance traveled in that time was 5 meters. In order to graph that, we'll move over 10 seconds on the x-axis, and we'll move up 5 meters on the y-axis. This will give us our first data point right here. Our second data set is highlighted in green. In order to graph this data point, we need to move over 20 seconds on the x-axis and 10 meters on the y-axis. This will give us our second data point here. Our third data set is highlighted in purple. We see 30 seconds and 15 meters. So now we need to move over 30 seconds on the x-axis, and we'll need to move up 15 meters on the y-axis. This gives us our third data point here. If we do the same thing with the fourth data point, moving over 40 seconds on the x-axis and moving up 20 meters on the y-axis, that gives us our fourth data point here. And our fifth data point, we move over 50 seconds and up 25 meters, final data point at the top. We're not quite finished yet. We need to complete our graph by constructing a line through the data points. And this shows the distance that this object has traveled over 50 seconds.